This morning's exterior shoot is supposed to be a summer beachy vibe. I just called them, made sure, hey, you still want to shoot today? Because it is gloomy. And they said yes. So I'm going to have to use my lighting kit here and blast a 300C here, a 200X here, and just lift all the shadows and give a high key look. Maybe a little backlight, hair lights. The whole point is they wanted an outdoor Florida vibe. So that is sometimes what outdoor Florida vibe is. I posted a picture of this on my IG story saying this is what you have to do when you're going from cold AC into humid Florida. And a girl from California said, is that for real? Like, maybe I'm underestimating Florida humidity. That is 100% accurate. I've had many productions slow down because someone rushed the camera outside and didn't acclimate it. The lens is fogged up, the sensor fogged up, and it was a huge issue. So you have to think of that when you're in the tropics. You're going from 7 degrees inside, no humidity, to outside 92 degrees with 100% humidity. So here we are grabbing the voiceover first. We're hoping that the clouds will pass. So I filmed the teleprompter. That way the editor knows exactly where we are in the script and they don't have to guess. Just a little like, let me help you out type of thing.
So bad. I got your fingertips here. It's so pretty though.
A good contractor is someone who can provide adaptability and pivot. So I said, let's go under here, out of the rain. Maybe we can still salvage this shoot. We're not going to get a gray sky. We contacted the editor and said, can you do a sky replacement? He said actually yes I can. So if you film it like that, you give them a clean lighting edge around them. I could have even gone up a little higher and pointed down so that none of their heads were in the sky. But then it just started getting like way too intense, way too dark. And like I said, the whole purpose is for it to be a Florida beachy, sunny summer. This is not it. On a brighter note, my doctor bag is looking premium. I have got all the compartments to hold exactly what I need. I can fit everything in there. Everything has a place. It's not like washing around and things falling out. Everything's snug, tight, compact. This is how I like my gear. This is how I like my life. That's thunder. And we're just gonna reschedule for next Tuesday. So it's a bummer for them because, you know, they're paying for my production fees and all this, and it's just how it came out today. So they're gonna have to pay for another day. But at least there wasn't multiple crew and multiple day rates. All right, we're pivoting and gonna go to a studio to do a separate type of thing, some photos and some like motion montage thing. So I got about an hour to kill. This half day is now turning into a full day, and I get to have some delicious Latin food. Now we're getting some photos. We need to grab some shots of our model so that they can use on the website. And I have gladly, I'm proud of this, sold all of my photo gear, because when I had photo gear, I was getting hired for photo work and I didn't want to do that. When I sold it, stopped getting hired. That was a mind-blowing thing. But I am used to doing model work, and you know, it just really helps if you can model the pose for them. They get more comfortable. This is some work that I used to do. This is all for free, but I would go to all these different jungles around Florida, all these tropical places. I would find girls that were interested in boosting their portfolio. It was all work for free type stuff. And I found some really cool options, some cool portfolio work, and I was happy with it. Stopped doing photo altogether when I got this FX6. I had to sell all the photo gear to get the FX6. And now it's time to go celebrate and enjoy this Florida summer. This is what I do half of the week as I live in Florida. I love that we have so many of these little tropical oases here. It's hot again, Spring water is 72 degrees year round, so this is a nice cold pool. This is what I'm gonna, like, this is why I don't want to leave Florida. It's amazing. But you remember Tristan from one of my last videos? He's working on a YouTube client. Jay, he works for an agency. I invited them over. I made some whiskey sours, and I said, hey, let's talk about like what we can be doing to further ourselves. So Tristan, we kind of figured out some structure so he could bring his new YouTube client onto a retainer. And then for me, I'm trying to figure out how I can just grow my whole community and maybe even implement a newsletter. With my limited boxing experience and knowledge, I want to bring my buddy Adam to a class next week, but I just want to give him the fundamentals, footwork, basic, what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means, and just have a little fun intro sesh. Like I said, I'm not the best, I'm not anywhere near that, but I can teach some basic fundamentals. As videographers, or more importantly business owners, you are sitting down a lot, or you're moving and you're exhausted, but you're not like moving your joints. You're not putting tension against your muscles. You're not reacting and having a lot of kinetic movement. So I highly recommend doing some type of combat. It really makes you think differently, and it's just such a big departure from your normal day-to-day. Back again, we're gonna try to do that same shoot. It got postponed due to weather. They want a bright, sunny Florida look, and right now we have that. Doesn't mean it won't change in 20 minutes though. I just ordered a milk crate that's gonna hold my 300C and 200X, and now as I'm pulling gear out, I forgot it needs to be able to clear this. So that's coming in this week. Hopefully it's smaller than that, because that would be a big issue. I take a lot of stuff and I just push it way back in there. There's more room in this BRZ than you think. All right, let's get to work. Well, I did set up a really cool time lapse showing me putting the camera and all of these lights and stands together, but as soon as I clicked record, my phone filled up with storage, so you just get the final product. Well, it's been a few weeks since I purchased the Sony UWPs. They were $1,200 for 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Now, I can get that combo for a much cheaper price point from Rode or DJI, but I wanted the native connectability with the Sony FX6. There's no wires, there's no weak points. It's just eliminating problems. And the signal has been phenomenal. You saw in a couple vlogs ago, I was in a heavy conference area. Heavy conference, a lot of Wi-Fi, a lot of signals, a lot of frequencies being sent. It performed flawlessly. The Sennheiser that I rented did not. So, very happy with this purchase. And you will see in the next vlog, I actually also posted the Rode Pros and the DJI Mic 2. It's a long story, but one of them is getting sent back.
This friendly competition. Whether you work with my girl Ivana or you work with me, you get twice the options for this summer challenge to crush your goals.
Good news, the client got the look that they wanted. It's sunny, it's bright, it's beautiful, it evokes summer challenge. Bad news, that means it is super hot. Now for me, I don't know, it's just me, but I start sweating as soon as I go outside. These girls are not, and I am throwing all the output that I have at them. I don't know, some people are just built differently. For me, I start sweating immediately. Now I'm using a bunch of house power, but I have the option to use the V-mount battery on this LED panel. So if I flick it off and we go to plug-in power, you see it's got, if I flick it to V-mount, I have only 42 minutes remaining with 73% left. So it's basically an hour per brick. And I just got sent a new fat boy battery from Small Rig. They originally asked me, do you want it? I said no, and then I was like, wait, actually I could use it on this. So in an upcoming vlog, I'm gonna put it to the test, see if it works in my workflow. Again, I will just say it, this is amazing being a micro influencer, because people just send me stuff, and I will say yes if it fits in my workflow. They couldn't see the teleprompter that well, so we had to throw a towel over it to cut some glare. That's just, I submitted this to Shitty Rigs, and they accepted gladly. But the V-mount battery is the one from DSLR video shooter Caleb Pike. So I'm looking forward to see how I can implement that. I could throw it on the back of my camera and have a much heavier back weight, little balance weight when I throw my camera on the shoulder and just need, more balance. Or I could use it as some type of remote power station at 212 watt hours. That is a lot of power. Or maybe I can kind of throw it on that LED panel. That works as well.
Cute.
Let's wait for the sun to pop out. Now I'm asking you, I need your help. Does your monitor get very, very hot when shooting outside? Because my Small HD 502 Bright is insanely hot. The only thing is it's performing perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it. So I don't know if that is just how the monitor operates. I just have a feeling that something is going to go bad down the road. But does your monitor behave like that? I asked Jared Phelps in Dallas, and he said his Hollyland M1 Enhance is plastic. It does get warm, but nothing crazy. And then the same thing when I asked Tommy Beal in San Francisco, obviously nowhere near as hot as a place, but he said his Small HD, I think it's Cine 5, so the newer version, is the same thing. It gets warm and it's chunkier, so I'm assuming it has a fan in there, but it's not the type of situation that I'm describing. So does that happen to your monitor? What do you do? Let me know.
No power, speed, just turn.